Untold Truth, how Dan Bilzerian won his millions. Make sure you stay till the end so you don't miss out on exactly how shady Dan Bilzerian won his money. You're going to be totally surprised. The Ignite fraud.
As an entrepreneur, you wanted to mitigate risk, you wanted to pursue something where you added value.
Yeah, we're just getting tired of getting kicked in the nuts.
The Ignite company was established by Dan Bilzerian in 2017. The business specializes in CBD oils, but also sells vodka, bottles of water, electronic cigarettes, and clothes. Dan wanted the business to be a luxury lifestyle brand, and they seem to be on their way. Ignite is available in several countries, including the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Mexico, and other countries. It seemed as though Dan Bilzerian actually invested and built something quite decent, but he ruined it all thanks to his love of spending money. Dan was able to earn money with the company, but in 2019, they lost a total of around $50 million, which prevented them from being able to turn a profit. The loss came as a shock once the claim was released to the public. Ignite gets money mostly from stock sales, investors, and loans. This money obviously wasn't put to good use, seeing how Dan spent it like crazy. So how did he spend it? Well, if you take a look at social media, you'll see that this company loves to party, and their parties are huge. It would easily round up a bill worth millions of dollars. Each party involves paid models, expensive liquor, and huge mansions. That isn't the only irresponsible expenditure that Dan made through Ignite. Some employees have come out and gave details about the shady business of Ignite, and one anonymous employee said that Dan Bilzerian will put the Ignite logo and name on anything he wants to spend money on, so the company would end up paying for it. In fact, he fired his vice president after he wouldn't approve of expenditures in the budget for things like a $15,000 ping pong table and a $40,000 rock climbing wall. These expenses were insane, and because they weren't approved of, the vice president of the company has lost his job. Dan loves to show off his wealth. Just take a look at his Instagram account. But the thing is the money even his? We know now that he spends the company money in a highly irresponsible way, and reports came out to show that he used Ignite's money to pay for yacht rentals, trips to London, and even laundry detergent, all for personal use. So does this whole wealthy life revolve around fraud? Who's Dan Bilzerian? You certainly might have heard of Dan Bilzerian, and the reason for this fame may not be a positive one. Dan Bilzerian is a famed poker player / entrepreneur. He's well known on Instagram, where he's known as the king of Instagram. If you look at his account, he has millions of followers and posts tons of photos of a life of pure luxury. You'll see bikini-wearing models, expensive alcohols, and trips that must cost thousands of dollars. Dan Bilzerian is the pinnacle of wealth. He loves a good time, which sounds innocent, but he turned that into something bad by overdoing it and singing his company Ignite. His Instagram may show him enjoying his life of worry-free vacations, but what it hides is something dark and shady. Let's explore this truth a bit deeper. Dan Bilzerian's poker winnings and the mystery of his own wealth. Dan is a very successful poker player. He likes to talk about his earnings. Well, kind of. No one is entirely aware of the amount he's made through poker. He's been estimated to have a net worth of $100 million. Just how he gets the money is the mysterious bet. One claim of how he got his wealth is apparently through poker winnings. Although Dan has only won a televised event once, he also was part of the World Series of Poker in 2009, where he placed the 180th place and only made $36,000. That is nowhere near millions of dollars he apparently has. When asked about how much money he's made playing poker, he has a hard time answering. A quick look on the web shows that he apparently has won $50 million playing the game, but he himself has claimed to be unsure of just how much he's earned. So how can we know for sure he's making money from poker? If you would like to take Dan's word from it, he supposedly makes his earnings through private cash games. But since it's not publicized, we cannot know for sure. So this means he's good at poker, right? Again, we cannot be so sure. According to a tweet from 2013, Dan claimed to have earned $10.8 million playing a game. The vacations and models and resorts are all public, but did he really make that money from poker? According to reports, Dan isn't all that great at poker, but he never claimed he was. He apparently has a skill for picking out the most lucrative private cash games. He does play with unprofessional players after all. He said of this, "I I never wanted to be the guy on TV showing everyone how good I was. I wanted to be the guy everyone thought sucked. But I could play with the rich guys. It was the one thing in my life that wasn't about ego, it was about the bank account. With that being said, we may have some background on how Dan Bilzerian earns through strategy and not gameplay, yet we still can't be too sure about it. Another factor to his wealth is that he's a trust fund kid, and that is thanks to his father. Let's learn more about his father now. Paul Bilzerian, Dan Bilzerian's father. Paul Bilzerian is Dan Bilzerian's father. Paul is a businessman and corporate takeover consultant. He may not be the ideal role model for Dan, since he was in jail for 13 months after being arrested for theft. He was first caught when he failed to make complete and timely filings for unsuccessful takeovers of 3 companies. This led to bankruptcy. At a young age, Dan Bilzerian was exposed to both wealth and fraud. Interestingly enough, this became a pattern in his life during adulthood. More on Paul, he was also a part of a stock parking case to further his list of fraudulent misdoings. He did have some wealth which he put into trust funds for Dan and his brother. These trust funds may be a big part of how Dan Bilzerian is able to live the life that he does. So was Dan's life built upon his dad's fraudulent earnings? It's quite possible. Paul Bilzerian was not just fraudulent in the past though. It's said that he might be a part of a scandalous issue with Dan Bilzerian's Ignite company. According to some, Paul Bilzerian is taking part in important Ignite meetings and making big financial decisions. The worst part is, he is no longer legally allowed to run public businesses since he was convicted. So could it be that Paul Bilzerian's fraud has lasted longer than the public may have seen? And could it have played a major role in Ignite fraud case? It's quite possible, and if this is all true, then it shows that Dan Bilzerian's money is all made dishonestly. This would be a major breakthrough in the case of Dan's mysterious wealth, if all of the allegations were found to be true. As for Paul's case, this could get him in major trouble. Additionally, it all turned into a lie if it's true, since Dan claimed to only speak of his father 4 to 5 times a year. With that lie, what other lies is he hiding? To summarize, although we still don't know exactly how Dan made his millions, we do see that he is a thief and he's taking the money out of his business. He claims to make most of his money through poker, which we cannot be sure of either. So the biggest conclusion to be made is that he gets money not only from a trust fund from his father, but also from his company Ignite. That is the epitome of shady, since the money was meant for the growth of the company. If he truly wanted a luxury brand, he wouldn't have spent the money that he did. On his Instagram and social media, we see that the Ignite logo is placed everywhere. That is just so he can use the company's money to buy more luxury items and trips. The claims and statements have helped people come to the conclusion that Dan Bilzerian has lied about his wealth and has scammed his way into his earnings and luxury life, much like his father before him. With this, we may soon find out he hasn't in fact won millions in poker, but instead lived off his trust fund to help fuel his lavish lifestyle. While you're here, go ahead and click one of these videos on your screen, and see you there.